All right, looks like we are live. Just this is going to be real quick. We're going to do the drawing for my 1K sub giveaway, and on the question that was asked about candy cane and what cylinder was dropped, it was cylinder number 3 that I lost the rod on. It came through the oil pan, so I had 6 people with the correct answer, and those people are Southern City Slicker, Unfinished Project, Turbo Tom, Alva, Victor, and Tim Windsor. I'm going to fold these up and put them in a hat, and I'm going to let my granddaughter reach over and draw a name out of the hat. We're going to use a super clean hat. It's the cleanest hat I have. It's quite clean. It's super clean. I'm just saying it's pretty clean. Cleaner than the other ones I got. So folding these up. Hey, what's going on, Unfinished Project? John Wilburn. Hey, what's going on, Ryan? Unfinished Project. I got your name in here, buddy. Fixing to draw the winner of the Piston. So only 6 people guessed number 3 cylinder. I had a Ford guy guess number 7, and Ford's firing order is a little different, so he still would have been wrong. It would have had to been he would have been number 2. He would have been right. But, all right, so I got them mixed up, and reach over here and draw a name. You can put your hand in here. It is not my hand. All right, so here we go. The winner is Unfinished Project. That's a good one, bud. You just entered tonight. Good for you. Thank you, Assistant Zoe. All right. Looks like you got it, Unfinished Project. Yeah, you guessed number 2. Auto Salvage. What's up? What's going on, Brian? Yep. Hang on, I'll put the link up. I don't know if anybody wants to come in. I just throw this up here because I needed to draw this. Hey, Unfinished Project. If you look in my about on my page, my email address is on there. Shoot me an email with your address, and I'll get this big block piston and rod put in a flat rate box, and we'll get her shipped out to you this week. But Unfinished Project is the winner of Candy Canes. One of the good pistons and rods left out of Candy Cane. You can reuse it if you want to, but you need a couple more to go with it, unless you got a single cylinder. But I am going to include magnet stickers, Candy Cane stickers with it. Let's see. Let me pin that to the top. Where are we at? 1K giveaway. There we go. Pin the message to the top. Be a sweet bike piston. Yep, you're welcome, Unfinished. You got in right at the last minute. I was just getting ready to put everything together, and I seen you pop in there and put your answer in, and all the other ones are right here. So I was going to let my grandson draw, but I took him home earlier tonight. He stayed the night with me last night. You had 2. You could make a small table. I've got some of them left. Well, let's see. I sent John 2 of them. And that was 3. I mean, I may have 5 left. I know if one of them is already spoken for, I got to send one up to, I believe I got to ship one to Delaware to a guy that's been supporting my channel from day one, Tim Windsor. He was in the drawing too, but me and him had already talked, and I'm going to send him a Piston also. Hey, what's going on up here, Pontiac? Good seeing you, man. Yep, I just did the drawing for the Piston and rod and Unfinished Projects. He won it. Unfinished Projects is a great moderator to have on your channel. He actually puts up a lot of links to everybody's channel. He pops into the live stream or into the comments. If you have a YouTube channel, he usually shares it on all the live streams he's on. So he does an outstanding job at helping support all of our automotive channels. I say that's good, man. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to draw another name out, and I'm going to give away some stickers to the next person out here. I still got everybody else's name in here, and I won't look. I'll hold over my head, and I'll pick a name out. See who this is. This is for some candy cane stickers and BigBlock402 stickers, and this goes to Turbo Tom 416. I'm going to send him some stickers. I don't know if you're in here, Turbo Tom. I seen you in the live stream earlier. Let me check. Let's see. Nope, he's not in here as of yet. But anyway, I'll set his name right here, and I'll give him a couple of candy cane stickers and a couple of BigBlock402 stickers. Hey, if any of y'all want stickers, you can shoot me an email with your address, and I'll drop some stickers in a envelope, send them out to you. On my about of my channel, if you look on the home page of my channel in the about section, at the bottom of it, it has my email address. And if you just send me an email with your address, I'll send you a sticker. And if you've got a sticker, when you get mine, you can send one back to me. I like collecting stickers also. The back glass on candy cane is covered in stickers from No Name Nationals. And I started putting them on the front window because the back window ran out of space. I've only got a couple magnets left. I got to send a couple magnets out to New Mexico. So Big Block Kings, it has a 402 in a car, and he asked me if I would send him a couple magnets and a couple stickers. So I'm going to hook him up with some magnets to go on his car because he has a 402 in a car. And I think he's going to hook me up with a Big Block Kings decal to go on the front of my truck. So Big Block, and tomorrow I am going up to help do some work on a place, and I may be bringing back another 402 with me, hopefully tomorrow. It's actually it's a short block. It's all brand new pistons, and it's all built, ready to go. I just got to put my heads and my cam in it. Since it's already together, then that'll be the fastest way for me to get the truck back on the road, is throw that engine in there. And I won't put my good heads on there. I've got a 268 Extreme Energy cam. I'll throw that in there, and I'll put my smaller heads on it just to get it back going. And I'll still look at building a big block for it, a bigger big block. It's going to be either a high compression 468 or a 496 or something. We got to talk to Ed and see what we want to go with. with some of the parts he showed me he has. All right, that's cool. Email sent. Let me pull that up real quick. Gmail. Unfinished projects. I got you right here, buddy. Okay. Yep, I'll get this put in a flat rate box. It's kind of heavy. And I'll wrap it up in some bubble wrap and get it sent up to you. So Ryan with Streetcar Chronicles. I'm ready to see some of that gasser build. Talking to my brother today, he's ready for me to sell some of these other cars I have so we can go buy a 55 that we talked about, getting a 55 two-door and building it as a tribute car to my dad. That's what he was wanting to build. He planned on trying to build a 55 Chevy, but cancer took him before we could do that. So I actually have his 355 small block out of his old square body that he used to race out here in my garage. And I'll probably build that motor to go in a 55 Chevy for him. But I want to make it a 4-speed car because Ed over at Ed's Machine Shop has a camshaft that I really would like to get from him, but I'll need to run a 4-speed if I get that cam from him. I have not looked for any exhaust manifolds yet. I've been working on this AMC, and I picked this 63 Newport up. I'm cleaning on it some, trying to get it cleaned up. I've got to, the rear end's not turning in it, so I got to drop the drive shaft out. It's got an 8 3/4 rear end, so I got to drop the drive shaft and then check the brakes and see if they're stuck. Get it where it'll roll, get it cleaned up, and then we're going to sell this Newport and probably get a couple more cars to sell. I need to find out for 630. You know what? Auto Salvage, my cousin that I'm going to his house tomorrow, he has a 632 Dart motor with RHS, I think 365 heads, and a blower on it. He's got it sitting up there, and he had it built for his Nova, but I noticed he's got it for sale now. I just don't have the 15 grand to buy it. But it's ready to go. I don't know what horsepower it is. It's a 632 with a blower on it. I think it's a 871. It might be a 671. I've seen a picture of it. Yeah, I know. Naturally aspirated is. There's no telling. I don't know. His motor's built. It's definitely not. It's definitely not the stock one that you buy. Which stock? There's nothing stock about a 632 to me. Yeah, that new one they got out is a 1,000 horse crate motor. Those haven't been out real long though. The other 632s didn't make that much power. But that new one is pretty amazing. That it's a 100,000 horsepower crate motor. But he's got that 402. He's also got a 565 stroker kit that he was going to let me get real cheap. He's got big cubic inch stuff, and I don't have any Dart blocks. My heads that I have are large oval ports. I don't have any rectangle port heads. I don't have any aluminum heads. He's got his stuff takes a lot of money to build that he's got to sell, other than the 402. Going on, Barrows. Barrows, I just did my 1,000K giveaway, and Unfinished Projects was the winner of the candy cane piston, along with some stickers. And then I drew a second name for a sticker kit, and that was Turbo Tom 416. He won the a sticker kit, and Unfinished Projects won the piston and rod and some stickers and magnet. Yeah, Unfinished Projects is a great help. He's a great moderator to have on your channel. Definitely. He's always sitting back there watching, and when somebody jumps in, he'll throw their link up to their channel, and he's pretty quick on that. Well deserved. Well deserved. Let's see what else we got here. So I talked about, let's see, earlier I talked about on the other live stream I had that I was going to be looking at a Jonah Blog TV. Good morning. It's good night here, but good morning to you. I talked about looking at a 63 Comet that is local here. The guy selling. I went back and looked at the pictures of it again, and the floor pans are pretty rusted on it. Yeah, auto salvage 454 is a good motor to build. I've got a guy gave me a block. He's got to dig it out of his shop, but he told me he'd give it to me, come get it. He's actually a local friend of mine that watches my YouTube channel, and I ran into him, and he's like, "Hey, I've got a block for you because I want you to get candy cane back on the road because I watch your channel and I love seeing the content." So he said, "I'll give you an engine. Just come pick it up." So I'm going to pick that block up because that may be the block I build. If I can get the 402 in there, get it running, I'm still going to build a bigger cubic inch motor, and I'm going to try to have it built before No Name Nationals. That's why I'm not going to put my roller cam or my good heads on it on the 402. The 402 is just going to go in there so I can get it back on the road. Because the Pontiac engine that I plan on putting in there, I still got to get a crankshaft for it, and then I've still got to build it, and I also have to get the transmission that I have. It's still in my buddy's Firebird. He's pulling that transmission out, but it's got to be rebuilt because the clutches are not happy behind that. He's got a 455 olds in it right now, and it needs to be rebuilt. It's not happy behind that Oldsmobile motor. Yep, it is real common. Hey, and you can use small block lifters in a big block Chevrolet. Small block, big block. And a lot of people may not know that, but they share the same lifters. The flat tappet lifters, anyway. So the Comet, I went back and looked at the pictures of it, and the floors are pretty rusted out, more than I want to mess with right now. I guess what I'm saying is it's not in as good a shape as my Ambassador's in. So I'm just going to keep the AMC Ambassador, and I'm not going to go get the Comet. I know it's a lot easier to get parts for a Comet, but it's a little more work than I want to mess with at the moment. Yeah, that's right, Bear Rose. The distributor also. Yep, the distributor that's in my 402, I had it in a 305, and when I took it out, all I done was changed out my distributor gear and put a gear on it for that roller cam and stuck it back in the big block. Matter of fact, Barrows, this 402 piston, this stock 402 piston will go right into a 400 small block cylinder, standard bore, both of them standard bore. You can't use it in there, but it fits. I had this piston, I had a 400 block sitting there, and stick it right in there and it fits perfect. Both of them are 4.125 bore, and they're both 400 cubic inches. So all you find there for sale is Chevy stuff. You know, that's the same here, I guess you could say. It was different, you know, back in the 90s. We used to find a lot of small block and big block Ford stuff. Not so common anymore to find any, especially any big block Ford stuff for sale. And really not even a lot of 302s for sale like there used to be. That's right, Barrows. You got to buy acreage if you're going to hoard Ford stuff, huh? Hey, did you get those Barrows? Did you get the pictures I sent you of the Mercury stuff or the Ford stuff I found in that yard? I don't remember if the pictures went through or not. I emailed them to you a while back. One of those old cars, I think it's a Mercury. Might have been a Monterey or something. And it had a what looked like a big block Ford motor in it. But it was hard to tell because it was so covered in leaves and like a squirrel nest and all that. I didn't dig in it. But I come to find out, Barrows, I was up there picking up that Newport last week, and the guy told me about another salvage yard 10 miles from there that he said the guy has at least 1,500 old cars in the junkyard, and you can only go there with an appointment. And it just so happens my brother is friends with that guy's friend. So we got a connection to get into that yard and take a look. So 3 of us are going to try to go up there, and we're all going to take 3 cameras, and we're going to go different routes and try to capture as much of this junkyard that has about 1,500 cars in it, or he said 1,500 to 2,000 cars. So we're going to try to capture what we can if the owner will let us, and put it up on my channel. Yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'll go back and look at that Mercury and try to dig some of the stuff off of it. That's one of the cars that the car itself is in pretty bad shape. So it wouldn't be hard for me to get him to bring that car up and us rip that motor and transmission out of it using his lift. He had another car up there that had a Y block in it. I think it was just an old Ford. I mean, there's some of that yard. I haven't even walked some of it in a long time. His yard's a decent size, but what he's telling me is the other yard's even way bigger. So he's got a 4-door Mercury Comet, like a 70 something, looks like a Maverick Mercury Comet sitting out there. It's actually in pretty good shape. It says Ford Lincoln Mercury on the front end of it. First, it looked so odd to me. I didn't picture it as a Comet. I was like, man, did Lincoln make a car off of that Mercury, off of that Maverick chassis? I still didn't see any badging on the car other than the Ford Lincoln Mercury badge on the front of it, or it said Lincoln Mercury, something like that. I don't think it said Ford. I just think it said Lincoln Mercury. I was just wondering if Lincoln made a car off of the Maverick chassis that was labeled as a Lincoln. I got some pictures of it too. I haven't put them up yet. It's strange looking. It just didn't look, definitely don't look like, I mean, it's the same car as a Maverick. It's just the taillights are different, and it just, the interior looks different. It looks a little more classy than a Maverick Zephyr, but that was a Canadian model. I mean, people imported cars from Canada too. Let's see if I got the pictures. If I got the picture right here, I'll share a screen. Let's see. Well, the Bobcat was the Pinto, right? Let's go to this. Photos. Oh no, I gotta log into my other account. I did find out that he has a Pinto station wagon and a Vega station wagon, both I believe, in his yard. Because I was asking him about them. He's got a, I know he's got a, I seen the Pinto wagon, and I believe I did see the Vega station wagon out there. All right, let's go to, nope, that ain't where I want to go. Go to images. Hang on, I'll get this picture pulled up, Barrows, to show you this car. I didn't see Zephyr on there, but I know what you're talking about. Let's see, what day was that? We went out there on, okay. Here we go. All right. Let's see. Well, hey there, Barbara Hamilton. What's up, mother-in-law? You not able to sleep right now? It's midnight. You should be asleep, lady. All right, let's see. Share screen. Let me find a screen to share. Window, this one. All right, Barrows. So this is the front of the car. And let me go back to these pictures. Let's see. Oh, that's the Le Mans there. See here on the front of it, it says Lincoln Mercury Division. Mercury also revived the Comet and rebadged variant of the Maverick. Yeah, I remember. That's what I'm saying. This one is. That's what I'm thinking. It's rebadged as a Maverick. Comet was distinguished from the Maverick, distinguished by using different grill and taillights. Okay, so here we go. Here's the taillights right here. And look how ugly that bumper is. See, these taillights are definitely different. The 3rd gen Comet, yeah. Yep, could be the 3rd gen. Let's see, I got any more pictures of this one? It is a 4-door car. I don't think I have any pictures on this one of the sides of it. That's a man's car right there. You see it says man's on it? That's a man's car. Yeah, pure Pontiac. That's what I was thinking. It was a Comet. It just said Lincoln Mercury on it, and I didn't know if Lincoln made a car because the interior looks pretty fancy in that car actually. Yep, lights in the grill. Yep. Let's see. So this Le Mans still has a most likely locked up engine in it. I don't know. I guess it could be a 350, 389, 400. I don't know. What's that look like? About a 60. I think it's a 68. I think it's a 68 Le Mans. I may drag this one out of there. Auto salvage. Everything in this yard is for sale if somebody's not already bought any of it. When I was there that day, he sold a. Let's see. I think I got a picture of it here. Let's see. There's your Impala. He's got more 63 to 65, 66. No, 65 Impalas than. I mean, he's got dozens of them. There's El Camino. No Datsun. Let's see. I think this one here is a Mercury, right? What's that say there, Bear Rose? Yeah, Mercury. What are we looking at here, Bear Rose? What year is this? 61, 62? Any Mopars, 65 A bodies? This yard, I don't think so. But there's another yard. There's 2 more yards in this area. One of them we just found out about that the guy's got at least 1,500 cars in it. And the other yard that my brother knows about, the guy supposedly has a lot of Mopars in it. Both of them we're going to go try to hit these yards in early spring before it warms up, when it's not too muddy, and take a look around and say we're going to take a couple of cameras with us. As long as they'll allow us to video, we'll get a shot of. We'll split up and try to get as much of the yard as we can. Oh, A-body Pontiacs is what you're saying. All right, let's see. What else we got here? Yeah, that's the side of it. Auto salvage, you talking about that that Mercury Comet we was looking at? I don't remember if this car, I don't think this car actually has the engine in it. I did open the hood on it. Hang on, let's look and see if I took a picture. I don't remember. Here's another big one. Of course, it don't have drivetrain in it. Something to put your 351 in. Yeah. Yeah. Well, who knew, Barrows? Who knew? If everybody knew, none of the cars would be worth nothing today because everybody would have kept them. That Comet is a 4-door auto salvage. It's a 4-door car. I didn't have a picture of it there. I may have a picture of it in some of my older stuff. I'll have to go back and look, but it is a 4-door. Interior looks pretty good in the car though. Let's see what we got. Now this is a Fox body that's been sitting here for a couple of minutes, just long enough to get a little dirt up to the headlights. And it's a hatchback. What's going on, Blake? Just hanging out. I did my live my 1K sub giveaway earlier. I did it on the live stream, and some people showed up. I wasn't expecting anybody. I was just going to do a quick live stream and get out of here, but I had a few people pop in. So we're looking at cars from the junkyard. We did just find out last week when we went and picked up that 63 Newport that there's another yard. There's 2 more yards close to that area. One of them we just found out has about 1,500 to 2,000 cars in it. And we have to make an appointment to even go out there and take a look around. It's an old junkyard. It's only old cars out there is what they say. So we're going to make an appointment and go take a look around. And if they'll let us record, we're going to take cameras and we're going to go 3 different directions and record as much of the yard as we can so we can come back and look at what all we can, see out there and then inquire about pricing, because the guy will sell. He's selling cars out of those yards, just like this one. This one here that we're looking at, the guy sells all these cars. Let's see, where are we at? This is a interesting engine here. It's what would you call this one? It's got some debris. It's probably needs some ether to start. It's not going to fire right up because mainly the distributor cap got knocked off the distributor. But I believe this one is actually, I think that motor is actually in a Ford. Barrows, I'm planning on getting a Fox body still. Twiggy, yeah. I'm planning on getting a Fox body still, and if I do, it's going to be a 4i Fox. So like I said, this guy in this yard he's got at least 15 of these 63 or 62 to 65 Impalas in this yard. He's got at least 15 of them. And he's got 2-door models also. See back here's a 2-door Impala. He's got 2-door and 4-door models. He's got several 4-doors, of course, which are, really popular cars. if I had a yard that I could put all these on there and get a good deal on all the Impalas, I would just get them all and park them all together and then sell that collection. There's another Fox body sitting there. I think that's the one that's in the ground. So over here to the left is over in this area is a Monte Carlo SS. He had two of those 85 Monte Carlo SSs out there, and the day we were getting the Newport brought up, he was loading one of those Monte Carlos up to a dirt track racer because the front cap was off the car, and he said that was less stuff he had to mess with because he's turning the Monte Carlo SS into a dirt track car. Apparently that's from what Russell says with Outfits Garage is they're using these G bodies for dirt track racing quite a bit. There's the old elusive Fiero. The old Fiero. Where was I at? Let's see. Oh yeah, we got some more to look at here. This Monte Carlo SS here, he drug out that day, and I believe that's the one he drug out and sold it to the dirt track guys. That car is being made into a dirt track car now, which is, I mean, it's a good use for it. It's better than getting crushed or sitting in a yard. They wanted this car because a lot of the parts have been robbed off of it. See, the dash is already pulled out. The front cap was off of it. He said this is way easier to make into a dirt track car than getting a complete car and having to break it down. Here's another Pontiac. The old Star Chief. Been there a couple years. You know, it's got a little. This one's mahogany detail. You know, it's got the wood outfit on it. It's not a bad looking car though. Let's see, was the hood? Normally the hoods for these cars are laying close by somewhere. Sometimes on a car beside them. Somebody got the bezels out of it. It's a pretty good sized car there too, that Star Chief. Yeah, that's right. Luckily, a lot of the scrap in my area gets sent to our steel mills here. We got 4 steel mills within 70 miles apart of each other here. And they're all recycle mills. We remelt all the steel, scrap steel, turn them into other things. All right, so this is a Buick Wildcat. Let's go back here. So we got a Wildcat here, and it kind of got nudged on the side. I think a shopping cart rolled into it, you know, and bumped it right here in the door handle. They got a headache from it, I'm pretty sure. I think they got a headache from this Buick getting hit. The other side looks pretty good, though. I've got the link pinned at the top if anybody wants to come in, talk about these cars. I'm going to keep going through them. Here, let's see. So we got the Buick Wildcat. This was that old Ford car that's got the, I believe this one's got a Y-block motor in it. Let's see. Did I get a picture? Yeah, there we go. So there's your old Ford flathead replacement engine there. Yeah, that was a graveyard car, that Wildcat. Gonna do a Will It Run video. I'm doing one actually on my 65 AMC Ambassador. It's got a 6-cylinder in it. I just put a Holly 500 on there, and I did get it to run. I put a little short video up of it. I got it started. I got to hook a fuel line up to it, and get that going. So 239 Y block. It looks to be complete too, Barrows. I mean, you got your original carburetor, original fuel line, valve covers. Let's look at this car again, because that engine is worth, if somebody needed a Y block engine to build, I'm sure, it's a good seasoned block. As long as it never had water in it and frozen busted, it'd be a good something to build. I'm not sure on the car. Let me see if I got any other pictures of the car. No, that's it. So that day I was out there, Barrows, I was thinking of what you said about Mercuries and stuff. And so I definitely was looking for anything that said Mercury or anything that was old Ford, stuff like that. And this here is a 68 Pontiac Tempest. Seasoned, yeah, seasoned for sure. And that's a true thing on engine blocks. There is a seasoned blocks. A block that's been sitting out in the weather for 15 or 20 years is a seasoned block where you take it in and get it built. I mean, it's a real deal. Strong motor. So this one still has the rear suspension under it, but the whole front end is going out from under it. I think the hood's laying out there for it too. I think this is a 68 Pontiac Tempest. I may drag this one out. It may be one of the next cars I can drag out. This and that 68 Le Mans. The guy says that he has these two Pontiacs and he has a piece of a GTO, the same year model. That's what he says. I didn't see the GTO, but I do want to go back and see how much of it he has, and if he has the VIN tag and the cow plate for it. Oh, I got you. You know what I meant about the season block. This Mercury be the 312 Y block, the one that Robert Mitchum had in the shoebox from the movie Thunder Road. Yeah, they do make a lot of sheet metal for these Pontiacs still. All right, let's see what I got. Here's a Scout 80. I have a Scout 800, the travel all with the extended roof on it. I've got one of those. I think mine's about a 61 or 62 model. He's got a couple of these out there. Now here's your F100 like Mr. Haney. This truck is actually in really good shape. It's real solid. The floors are solid in it. The bed looks pretty good. Tailgate's still sitting there. It's missing this one door. It has no drivetrain in it, but the truck itself is in really good shape. And there looks like a 64, 65 cab sitting there. Chevy cab. Now it's got the front end on it too. I don't remember if it's on a frame or not. I don't remember looking at that one. But there you go. 60s Ford and Chevy side by side, ready to be saved. Hey, what's going on, 2 ATVs and our life? We are just looking at old cars from a local junkyard here in Arkansas. Yeah, those Scouts are pretty cool. I found some channels on Instagram pages that have a lot of Scout stuff on them that I've been following. The one I have, it needs to be completely gone through. Also, I mean, it's the complete truck. Still got the 252 4-cylinder in it, or the 152 4-cylinder, half the 304. Yeah, we're just looking at old old stuff in junkyards here. So this car here, I actually bought it, and it is a 80 model Mercury Capri RS Turbo. So this one would have been a 2.3 liter non-intercooled turbo. But somebody had taken the drivetrain out, and they set another power plant in here. They set a let's go back. They put a 200 straight 6 with an automatic transmission. Now they set it in the car, but they never hooked it up. It was just sitting in there. And so I bought the car and brought it home, and then it got delivered out to Wichita, Kansas, to another YouTube guy out there, Ford Blue Gauge. He wanted the car, and I like this car a lot. I had an 81 Mercury Capri when I was in the military, and it was what I drove a lot. Yeah, this car, let me see. I got some more pictures of it. Let's see. It ended up being really solid. The all right, so we dug it out of here. Well, there's a Scout too. Got it loaded up, and I planned on bringing it home and cleaning it up, but Ford Blue Gauge told me I didn't have to clean it up because he was going to actually park it with his other project cars, and he'd be messing with it at a later time. So he said it didn't need to be cleaned up. So I didn't clean it up. I just hooked it up and took it to Wichita, Kansas. And this is the Chrysler Newport that I picked up. I've got it out here now on the trailer. It actually it's going to clean up really good. I started messing with it. Oh, here's that Mercury Capri. This is the motor, this 206 that somebody put in that Capri. They never hooked it up, so it never did run. They just set it in there. Let's see. Yeah, this is the motor mount on the side. They, like I said, they never hooked the thing up. They just set it down in there and never connected anything. Yeah, that Capri is going to come back to life. I'm not sure what powertrain he's going to put in it. He's going to put something in it, though. He's talked about different things he was, may put in there. All right, so there's a piece of a Nova. Looks like somebody's already cut the back end off of it. And here is a, what's this, a 59? Is that a Thunderbird? Is that a 59 Thunderbird? I believe that's what that is. One of those Chryslers out at Walt's. He wants 600 for it, but he don't have room for another one. They're big cars, Barrows. I got it on my trailer right now, and I think 4 foot of the trunk is hanging off the back of my 16-foot trailer. Also, it's let's see what other picture I've got of this car. They got a little scratch on the front end there. And, it's been sitting there a couple years. It had a couple trees growing out of it. It's like a wagon over here. Is that a Comet wagon? Did they make a Comet wagon? Those round taillights kind of look like a Comet. All right, Lars. I didn't even see you pop in here, man. Yeah, there you are. Cool little cars for sure. Have a good night, bud. Country Squire. Falcon wagon. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even go up and look at that car. I may not even noticed it when I was taking pictures. I was just trying to take a picture of everything and come back and look at them and see what all we had. Because, walking through these yards, it's hard to see, especially when they're a big yard. It's hard to catch a glimpse at everything in there. It had been a couple years since I've been in it. Here's a 2-door Impala with a 66, 3 taillights. Looks like it's got a good old all-terrain tire on it. I'm not sure what kind of condition that's in, though. I think it's savable. Anybody wants to work on one, it's savable. Where was I at? Right here. Oh, we got video going now. Oh, yeah. There's a Dodge A100 van. Right there. Back glass for a 59 Ford wagon, any model. No, I'm not going to rule out that he wouldn't have one. There's you a Zephyr right there. And there's a piece of a 67 Mustang. What else we got here? All right, so this wagon, this Caprice, yeah, a Chevy Caprice station wagon. It's pretty bad shape. It's rusted out. The interesting thing about this car is, you see it says 327 on here. It actually still has the original 327 in here. And it's a factory AC car, and it still has the original double hump head still on it. It was pretty neat to see a all original 327 still sitting in a car that no one's pulled out to rob the double hump heads off of it. Barrows, I know that, I don't know if they still do, but people used to use Greyhound quite a bit when shipping car hoods and big glass and stuff like that. They would ship it through Greyhound. I don't know if I trust them, but I'm just saying that I remember people doing that. Let's see. Oh, I think I missed one, Barrows. Hang on. Let's go back and look at this other picture. Where was it at? We were looking. Oh, well, we're here. We're here. We'll go ahead. We'll keep going. We'll keep going this way. There's a Ranchero. It got hit pretty hard in the front end. I did not look to see if it still had an engine. What engine came out in Rancheros? I have no clue about these cars. What was in them with these trucks? I don't even know what year model that Ranchero would be. I don't know anything about them. What's up, Test the Speed Shop? Hey, Alva. Alva, your name was in the hat tonight for the drawing. You did guess correctly, but Unfinished Projects won the Piston tonight. Your name was in here though. Let's see, where's it at? I got my hat here. I drew names out of. Yep, there you go. Yep. Your name was in the hat. But Unfinished Projects was the winner of the Piston tonight. $360 or $390. FE more than likely. I didn't look to see if it had anything in it. It's possible. The front end's hit pretty hard, so the hood's wrinkled up. That means somebody may not have attempted to get the engine out of it. Surprisingly, a lot of these old cars still do have engines in them. There's like a small block Ford sitting there on the ground. Just noticed that. Let's see what that came out of. So here's a Thunderbird. I believe this one still has an engine in it. Huh, just when you think it's a Ford. Just when you think it's a Ford, it's got a Chevy hubcap in it. Although that looks like a Thunderbird emblem in the middle. So this is what gives it away that it's a Thunderbird, is the couch that's in the back seat for a back seat. This is one of the, I wanted Jeff to bring, Two Hacks to bring his car up there. I wanted to get a picture of me sitting in this couch in the back of the Thunderbird that he's built. I think that's just a cool back seat that wraps around like that. All right. I'll check that. I'll look at that VIN code. Let me write that down since you said that. So the Ford VIN. Fifth digit. S is a 390. Yeah, that's good to know. I don't know a whole lot about old Fords. I've got plenty of Fords now, but I grew up a Chevrolet guy. I was forced into it. C code would be a 289. Z is the good stuff. Yep, I was forced into it. My dad gave me my 64 Chevy C10 when I turned 16. So that made me a Chevrolet guy. I didn't want anything else. When I was a teenager, you couldn't make me want a Ford. Although I like first gen Mustangs a lot. My buddy had one and we had a lot of good memories in it. But I was all Chevy then. But I've come to realize that life's too short to be a brand whore and to only stick to one brand when you have all the other makes that have awesome cars that you want to be part of. So I'm not brand loyal to one brand at all. I mean, I've got a Mustang GT and an F-150, an Expedition, and I've got my 64 C10, and I've got an AMC Ambassador and a Dodge Ram sitting out here. It's my son's truck. And I've got a Chrysler Newport sitting right here on the trailer, but it's a joint venture between me and my brother. That's just a car we're going to clean up and sell. All right, let's see what else. Now this Thunderbird, I believe it does have the engine still in it. Yep, there's an engine still in it with flat top pistons, and somebody started pulling the camshaft out and then they stopped. But the camshaft is stuck in there right now. Now, I don't know anything about these engines. What does that look like to you guys? Did these Thunderbirds, did they have big motors in them? Or could you get, the option was everything? Yeah, Mopars are a lot of money, they for sure. Yeah, that's the long cam option. Well, there's a manifold laying over there. That's a pretty good sized port on that manifold. And I did notice it had flat top pistons. Same engine and 2 hex. I don't think that one's a 521 in here, but it, man, you know, you never know. It could be. This is the other side of the Thunderbird. Really not too shabby. Really not that bad at all. And for these cars, I guess they were all vinyl top cars, weren't they? With the Landau look, it's not rusted out. So I'm thinking the vinyl top had been peeled off for a long time because it's not rusted around the these pillars here. In the front of it's around the front lip is not rusted out. All the stainless is still there. Pretty good stuff. If you've got one of those Thunderbirds, you need parts. So that's a Windsor motor. Let's see. So when I went and picked up that 80 model Capri, I found this Mercury Capri sitting there, and I took a picture of it, and so I sent it to the guy that I was picking the Capri up for, and told him, I said, "This is the Capri you're looking for, right?" He's like, "You got to be shitting me." I said, "No, you said you was looking for a Mercury Capri. I found you one." He said, "You better be playing." Now, what about that back there? Oh, another Chevrolet Impala. Like I said, he's got these Impalas all over this yard. Early 60s, mid 60s Impalas. They're like 61s to 65. They're everywhere. Yep, here's a clone to the old Dirty Hippies car, except this one's got quite a bit of rust under that rag top. If that wasn't rusted out there, I would probably go back and get this car. But that top rust has turned me off. Get this dang picture to be still. Yeah, Bear Rose, the heads and intake are gone off of that Thunderbird, so I don't think the parts are even laying around there. Somebody might have bought them for the heads and intake. Somebody else knew the secrets of Mercury and Ford and picked them up. Let's see what else we got. I don't think there's much else left because that's when we got into the Mercury Capri. Let's go back down to the. Did we already do the end down here? This is the first picture I took that day when I walked into the yard because I just thought, man, how these old yards have been here. Cars been sitting in this yard for a long time. The trees just growing right through them. And he had he's got a couple of K5 Blazers out there. I think someone mentioned something about a K5 earlier. This one's still got the bucket seats in it. So that Thunderjet FE, you have to have a matching intake for those heads. All right, let's see. See a Fairmont, and there's an Impala over here, but what is this? What's that rig look like to you guys? It's kind of hard for me to make that one out without the headlights. Is that a hell? I can't tell. I don't know if it's a Buick. No, the top shaped like a Ford though. It's a Caprice, two-door Caprice. And it's got the stovetop edition in the back. That trunk actually looks good in there. See the paint? How nice the paint still is on the bottom of that trunk. If the top is not really rusted, I mean, that's a good trunk lid for somebody. Or complete trunk. Hinges actually still got paint on them. He's got a few square bodies. This one here is a, I thought this one was a four-wheel drive. I can't tell. He had a couple four-wheel drives out there I looked at. With the old factory wrinkle hood option. Here you go, guys. There's a four-door Chevy Corvair sitting out there. It's kind of tucked away, hidden back around the side there. I can guarantee you one thing about that Corvair. That engine didn't freeze and bust. What's going on, Sand Mountain Ballistics? There's a chassis for Outfits Garage. He's looking for something to put the motor in, ain't he? Yeah, it's a 4-door Corvair too. Auto salvage. It's a 4-door. He's got, I think he's got a couple of these, but he don't have any 2-doors. You know, I told Russell this guy's got some suspension for him. Oh, you're talking about the that square body? Yeah, he needs that for the suspension to go on his 62. That's right. We'll go back to that. We'll go back to that truck. Yeah, this here. Yeah, this would be perfect for Russell to get, because he could put this disc brake setup. He could take this the whole front end out of this thing and put it on his, or he could put his cab on this body. It'd be the best thing to do is take this body off and put his 62 cab on here, and then just build his 62 on this frame. What's going on, Doug? The old Dougster's here.
Too much. I was just trying to.
Oops. Bring that back down. All right, let's go back to here and make sure ain't nobody waiting. So I tried to buy this Impala station wagon, and he said someone was already buying it. It's in decent shape too. The trunk's got the tailgate's got some rust on it, but the rest of the car was it was in fair condition, dented up front, but it is a Impala station wagon, and they're getting hard to find. It's 62, 63. Might be, I think he said 62. Kind of slopes back in the front. The windshield wraps up to the front, so it's probably a 62. Yeah, Sand Mountain. I'll go back over it here in just a minute. There is some Pontiac stuff out here. I'll take you back to them in just a minute. Yeah, this side looks decent. And this is the Newport where it was sitting in its location when I found it out there and purchased it. And this block here, this was in an old Mercury. I was trying to get a better picture of it, but it was covered up. But it's a Mercury of some kind. It's a Ford engine of something. I don't know what it is. Barrows, I don't know if that rings. I know it's hard to see. There's not a lot there to choose from, but it's something. You know what, Doug? My friend local to me has a Little Red Express, and it came factory with a full red interior. And he bought another Dodge truck with black interior, and he swapped it over to black because he didn't really like the red interior. And at that time, I didn't even know you could get that red interior was an option on those Little Reds. So you could get red on red was one of the options. I think it would be. I mean, I like the black better, but I think it would be pretty cool to have a full red interior just because it's different and not. I don't think many of them as many had red interior, in my opinion. But I don't know. I didn't even know it was an option. So Barrow says that's an FE engine. I didn't get a picture of the car. I don't even know. I'd have to go back and see which car it was in, but yeah, I think it's old enough that it could probably be a 352. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, this is the Capri. So I don't think I've got any. Tell you what, let me unshare that. I'm gonna go back and look at I got some older pictures from this junkyard from I think 2019. The same yard, but different stuff. So let me go back and find it and see what. Oh, maybe it was older than that. Let's see. Let's see if I can find them pictures of that yard. Because I walked that yard with one of my buddies a couple years ago. And yeah, here it is. All right, so I started to buy this Buick GS when I was out there, and I ended up passing on it, and then another guy bought it. But we're going to look at, let's see, which way do we need to go? We'll go back and look at some cars that I passed on. So let's see, let me share this again. Windows. All right. So this Buick GS that was out there, it was a 65 Buick GS, and it had a 401 nail head in it. And I just thought it was neat when I went up there that he had this GS Club of America sticker on there, and it shows 510 foot-pounds. This Buick GS sticker. That's pretty cool. That's an old water slide sticker that, man, I'd say that sticker probably was put on there in the 70s. These pictures here are from 2019, I believe. This is a nailhead engine that I found sitting there. I took pictures of the codes on it because I was kind of interested in picking this nailhead up and just seeing if I could actually even take it apart, because I could probably get it for scrap price, $20 or so, dirt cheap. I don't even know if I can get the thing taken apart because it's it's been sitting in the weather so long. But I thought it was pretty neat seeing this nailhead sitting out there. I really don't have anywhere to store it though. I mean, my garage is full. I've got so many engines in my garage right now. I don't need any more. But something about these old nailheads, I like the way they look. What's going on in Famous Nova? This is an old, I think an old air compressor. I was looking at. Had a Hercules engine in it. I've never even heard of a Hercules engine, but you guys may have. Looks like a flathead 6, but I believe this is an old air compressor. Big industrial air compressor. And Famous Nova says he's from California. You know what? I'm not going to lie. If I was in California, I would not go to Missouri either. That's a long trip. Just like I would like to go to the Duct Tape Nationals, but I'm not about to make a trip from Arkansas to California for an event like that. It's just too far for me to go. I can't justify spending that money to do it. Doug, I understand that. It's, the most lighter decals are just, they still make them. I bought some recently. You see, I believe I've got some slider decals right here somewhere. Let's see. I know I got some. I've got some Buck Does It's right there. Where did my decals go? Huge air compressor has a 331 industrial Hemi. All right, we'll see you, Sam Mountain. We'll see you, Hunter. Be good, man. I was in Orange County. That's cool. Where did I put those daggone stickers? Let's see, I may have a bag of stickers here. I bought some cool stickers with. Let's see. I don't see the ones I was looking for. I got some Hurst roll control stickers. And I don't know, I got a bunch. I got a bunch somewhere else. Those aren't the ones I'm looking for there. Those are some from some surf shops and stuff. Duct tape event. Let's see, the Duct Tape Nationals. It's a big event that goes on out there in California. It happened the same weekend as No Name Nationals this past year. So let's see. Duct Tape Nationals. Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't Duct Tape Nationals. It's Duct Tape Drags. Duct Tape Drags. It's okay, maybe it's not in California. It's in Tucson. I knew it was out west. Maybe not as far out west as I was thinking, but it's in Tucson. It's a Freiburger event. Tri-5 Showdown. Let's see, this was their first ever duct tape drags. They had Battle of the Beaters race, Test and Tune, a donut pit, bonfires. It was 2 full days of actions for $95. Kids under 12 were free. But it happened on see, that one happened same as the No Name Nationals last year. See what they say. Take the schedule. Let me look at the schedule. Yeah. I guess I could share this page too with y'all, what I'm looking at. Let me find it. Stop sharing that. And try to share. Here we go. So this is what I was talking about, the duct tape drags in Tucson. All right, ASO, we'll see you, man. Yeah, 5:30 comes early. Thanks for stopping in, bud. Daughters in San Diego. There's a guy near me who has a World War II generator that has a Willys Hurricane 4 power. It runs, has big problems making power. Get it cheap, tow behind unit. All right, so let's see. Let's look at the duct tape drags here. Man, that's a tongue twister for me. Duct tape drags. This event did occur on September 30th and October 1st, so it was the same time as No Name Nationals this year. Some of the guys out west did go to this instead of going to No Name Nationals, which if you're out west, I don't blame you. I would, it's a long haul coming to central of the United States when you're out there. And if you have an event close by, you can go to. You just make that call. I'm not sure who all could participate in this one. I don't think it was open to everybody. I think you just, you could be a spectator. Looks like they had bracket racing. Well, they do have. Oh, they got that coming up this year, March 2nd to the 5th, bracket racing. That's just at Tucson Speedway. So anyway, go back here. Back one more. Let's see what their rules were. All right, so they had a Battle of the Beaters. It's just for fun drag race shootout. Vehicles were $29.99 or less. And there's a lot of rules here. It's got to be worth less than $3,000. If your grandma gave you a free '69 Camaro and you spent $500 making it run, you're not going to be allowed to race because virtually any '69 Camaro is worth more than $3,000. So cars, truck, vans, RVs, and semi-trucks only. No motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-side, center rails. So that was pretty cool. They allowed cars, trucks, vans, RVs, and semi-trucks to race. There are only two classes for Battle of the Beaters: naturally aspirated or power adder. Each class is contested separately. Cars race a quarter-mile heads-up drag race on a pro tree in random pairings. The last car standing wins. There will be a one-race shootout of the NA versus power adder winner at the end. That's pretty neat. You must pass NHRA safety inspections at the ET. So having a $2,900 car is going to be pretty tough to pass NHRA safety standards because you're going to spend pretty good money to get your car to meet those rules. Unless your car is really slow, and then you won't have as many rules to meet, which, that's possible too. All right, Doug. Appreciate it, man. All right, have a good one, bud. All right, looks like everybody's heading out. I'll end this one too. I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. We'll do it again. Thanks for stopping by. I just wanted to get this out here get this 1K giveaway away, 1K sub giveaway done, and Unfinished Projects wins the piston and rod out of Candy Cane, the good one. One of the good ones is left, and some stickers. And I got a sticker pack for the runner-up. I draw the name of Turbo Tom. So I'll just need him to get in touch with me. But thanks for stopping in, Alva. We'll see you guys around, but we're going to go ahead and end this one and see you soon. Later.